Hi Beauty Bots and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Faith. For today's video, we are getting into a few dating horror stories and a few stories that will actually restore your faith in the online dating world. So, before we get into that, let me get into a few housekeeping rules. They're not really rules, but that's what we call them. In the description box, you will find links to all of my sources, and as well as my social media links to my website. Feel free to follow me, subscribe on our website at faithingandellis.com, subscribe to our YouTube channel, hit the little bell so that you're notified as soon as I post new videos, which happens quite frequently. We often post multiple times a week. If you do subscribe to our channel, comment below, let me know that you've subscribed, let me know where you're viewing from so that I can give you a warm, welcoming, hey. Also, other fun, bingeable content to be linked up here where the little eye and little cards come from. So yeah, if you have any awesome dating horror stories or dating success stories, you can always send those to faith.ingen101@yahoo.com. Subject line dating fails, so that I don't do a quick run through and trash that. Okay, let's get into it. So for our very first dating story, this says, after going hard in the Tinder paint off and on for 2 years, I met my current boyfriend on it by a weird twist of fate. I was at my cousin's bridal party and a woman I hardly knew kept asking me what was happening in my life. My response was, I bought cats yesterday, cause I actually had. So in a mimosa drunk state, I saddled up to my newly divorced aunt and showed her how to Tinder. Joe, my now boyfriend, popped up and she said, can I swipe him for you? He's handsome. After 1 year of dating, he's moving in with me and my cats. This says, I matched with her about a year ago and we went on a nice first date to Universal City Walk. The karaoke bar was closed, so we went to a beer spot next door. I thought it was a nice first date, but she went on vacation after that night and we lost touch. We both end up deleting Tinder and rejoining about a year later and eventually match. I've since had life-saving surgery and you can see the scars in one of my pictures. She messaged me and said, looks like you could use a doctor in your life. She's a doctor, by the way. I respond reminding her that we had a date before and she says, since you've had a second chance at life, would you give me another chance with a second date? Smoothest pickup line I'd ever heard. Wow. We've been inseparable since. We've traveled to another country together, exchanged house keys, and visited each other's families for Thanksgiving. We're only roughly 5 months in, but we already know this is serious. As they say, when you know, you know. So this says, so I matched with this guy and we start chatting a bit. He seemed cool, so I gave him my number and we decided to go out for coffee the week before Christmas. It was a nice date, but I wasn't super pressed to see him again. So I was super surprised when he asked to see me 2 days later, right when I was heading home for Christmas. I declined and told him I'd hit him up when I got back into town. Over the holidays, this man kept texting me, asking when I would be back in town so we could go out again, and after one coffee date, I wasn't feeling the desperation. Trying not to be rude, I started texting back less and less and let on that I didn't want to see him again when I did get back. Of course, for some strange reason, this causes him to start friending me on all social media. Sorry guys, I lost my place. Friending me on all social media, sending me multiple messages a day on multiple platforms, and even calling me 5 times in one day, each of which I ignored. Finally, he sends flowers to the school I teach at, which was super creepy because I had never told him the specific school. I was so freaked out and messaged him and told him to leave me alone. Then he proceeds to send me a passive-aggressive message about how he was a good guy and was going to block me on all social media. Like he wasn't the one stalking me. In any case, he's blocked. I'm glad I didn't meet up with him again and I haven't met up with anyone from Tinder in a while. Yikes. We talked for a while and I was really digging this guy. We decided to finally hang out, but he said I had to pick him up since he didn't have a car. That should have been my first clue. I went to pick him up, and the first thing he does when he gets in my car is pat my belly and say, "A little too much beer, yeah? You're gonna have to lose that if we date." I kicked him out of the car and went to get ice cream. Yes. Yes. I've had a lot of Tinder success. The app always made it easy to spot the guys who were worth getting to know and easy to tell which guys were strictly for hookups. I met my last boyfriend on Tinder and we ended up dating for about 9 months. After we broke up, I met my current boyfriend and we are celebrating our 2-year anniversary tonight. Congrats! This one says, I met my girlfriend on Tinder. We matched on December 23rd last year while I was at my mom's house for Christmas. Boy, what you doing on Tinder at Christmas time? I jokingly asked he if she, I think that means him. Her? Maybe that means her. I jokingly asked her, his mom, if she would come with me to Christmas or, oh my God. Okay, let's start over. Y'all need to fix your typos. I met my girlfriend on Tinder. We matched on December 23rd last year while I was at my mom's house for Christmas. I jokingly asked her if she would come with me to Christmas Eve Mass the following day with my mom and me, and she agreed. She met me at my house and brought my mom a present. We went to church and came back to the house where she helped me decorate the tree, and then we watched Home Alone after. Still one of my favorite days. We started dating officially 5 months later. That's a little weird, but kind of cute. I wonder how old they are because for adults like myself, I think that the holidays are really something you should spend with your family, and especially not with someone you don't know like that. I mean, if you spend with like people at a shelter in terms of people you don't know, that's totally cool. I just think it's interesting to spend that with people that you would want to like hook up with. That's weird. I am getting married to someone I met on Tinder in October. We've been together almost a year, and I recently moved out of state to live with him. We talked through text for about a week before we met. After meeting, we clicked immediately. And they're getting married. That's awesome. Okay, so my first and only date was on Tinder. This guy was going to take me to see Finding Dory, and he showed up 15 minutes late. I was just asking him questions about himself, then he started answering the questions with information about me because he had completely stalked my Facebook page beforehand. He then fell asleep during the movie. I decided not to see him again after that date. No shit, that's weird. He took me to see the first 50 Shades of Grey movie, and in the middle of one of the sex scenes, he proceeded to ask in a loud enough voice that the entire theater could hear if I would let him do the same things to me. I could not get out of there fast enough. All right, so we're gonna end with this one. My current boyfriend's the most serious relationship I've ever had. We've been dating for almost 2 years, and I'm his first legitimate girlfriend. We have the best chemistry, but our personalities can be pretty different. He's very laid back, and I can be a little high maintenance at times, but that's what makes us so great. He helps me realize I don't need to stress about the small stuff, and I help him with things that may stress him out, etc. We're not just best friends, but soulmates, and we have already started building a life together. And this is all ironic because we both used to be super skeptical of Tinder and online dating relationships, yet for both of us, it was pretty much love at first sight. And that's something neither of us had before. So I really like that because it does show that there are people in the online dating scene who want the same things as you and who are as serious as you. And I think that that's one of the biggest issues people have is weeding through to find out who's looking for something serious, who's just kind of playing the field. And as I've said before, online dating makes it so easy to write someone off immediately because of how they look, what they're dressed like, something in their bio that you're immediately like, no. And it's so quick to find somebody else to potentially like replace them. So Yeah, online dating's hard. I feel for you guys 100%. I've always said if I had to get back into the dating scene, I don't think I would do online dating. I think I would just be alone with my dogs for the rest of my life. Anyways, I hope you guys loved this video. If you did, hit subscribe, hit the bell so that you get notifications when I post new videos. And make sure to send your dating horror and success stories to my email at faith.incan101, subject line dating fails. And I will see you